Dear friends, today's topic is teacher's language in a classroom. Today shall we start with Swami Vivekananda's quotings? You just watch it. How should be a teacher's language? What we say to students and how we say it is one of the most powerful teaching tools. Through careful use of language, we can support students as they develop self-control, build their sense of community and gain academic skills and knowledge. Then teachers' language should be direct and genuine. When we say what we mean and use a kind of straightforward tone, children learn that they can trust us. They feel respected and safe, which helps them to develop self-discipline and take the risks that are necessary for learning. Always use direct language in a classroom. Then second one is convey faith in children's abilities and intentions. Our language shapes how children see themselves and their world. When our words and tone convey faith in children's desire and the ability to do well, the children are more likely to live up to our expectation of them. The words said calmly in an even voice communicate a belief that children want to and know how to listen, cooperate and do good work. The students then come to see themselves as respectful listeners, cooperative people and competent workers and are more likely to behave accordingly. When children believe in themselves, they are more likely to work hard at learning and to enjoy the process. Our language plays a central role in helping children to develop critical self-confidence. Then focus on action. Because the children tend to be concrete thinkers, it can be effective to name specific actions rather than abstract terms. For example, rather than telling children to be respectful, it is usually more helpful to tell them exactly what to do. When someone is speaking during a discussion, it's time to listen. That means eyes on the speaker and hands in laps. Then fourth point is keep it brief. It is difficult for children to follow long strings of words. By the time we finish talking, many of the students are thinking about other things. Few have followed the entire explanation. Children understand more when we speak less. The next point is know when to be silent. The skillful use of silence can be just as powerful as the skillful use of words. Silence allows children to think, rehearse what to say, and sometimes to gather the courage to speak at all. We can see the benefit of silence. If after asking a question, we pause for 3 to 5 seconds before taking response from students. Being silent also allows us to listen to students. Listening means resisting the impulse to jump in and correct students' words to finish students' thoughts. To listen is to maintain our attention until the speaker is clearly done and try to understand what the speaker said before formulating a response. Then next one is opening the doors of possibility. Incorporating these 5 principles of teacher language into our daily communication with students helps to build a classroom where students feel safe, respected and engaged. By paying attention to our language and using it to open the doors of possibility for children, we help them to become successful learners. So what makes for a good teacher? What should be the criteria for a faculty? An effective teacher surfaces most often in a system that is not empowering the staff or faculty to be effective. 95% of teachers are good or have the potential to be good if given a healthy system in their own field. There are many factors influence a teacher to be an effective teacher. First one is the relational factor. The teacher demonstrates they can make a connection with students. They show that they genuinely enjoy students. Knowing kids learn better when they believe the teacher likes them. Next one is the formative process. The teacher possesses the tools and process by which they assess the students' understanding of the subject. They utilize a system for measuring students' growth. The third factor is environmental dynamic. The teacher creates an atmosphere that is conducive for learning. They find ways to keep every student in the game. No assignment enables a student to give up. The teacher pursues the marginalized student. Next one is the knowledge component. The teacher knows their subject well. They are all mastered the content and know how to communicate it to appropriate grade levels. Next factor is constant improvement. Teacher never stops learning and growing themselves. They find creative ways to upgrade their lesson plans and pedagogy. They are a stream, not a pond. The next factor is student voice. It is important that teacher has a clear voice in the classroom, but also that students do as well. The course experience should not be talking head, a one-way transmission of ideas or data. The students' need and makeup should inform pedagogy. Now, just watch a PowerPoint presentation about journey from a teacher to a facilitator. When we wind up this topic, we can say that the classroom is an authentic and shared social environment which provides plenty of opportunities for the genuine use of language. So, the language teacher should provide the exposure to students to real language use. A good teacher language should provide a reliable model which is accurate, fluent and appropriate. It should provide opportunities for students to hear genuine and controlled language used for authentic communicative purposes. And a teacher should remember that there are some elements for a good teacher language like speed, vocabulary, structures, flexibility, etc.